Alright guys, I wanted to look at HeyGen, which was a automated version of yourself. And whilst I had a look at this, I went to pricing to see what was an option. Let me take it a step back. So I just did a video about automating workflows. Okay, one of them can be in line with the marketing of a company or promoting oneself. Yeah. Anyway, so getting into the back end over here, absolutely blown away by their packages because I thought they would be lame, but they're not lame. So for $29 a month, the video generation is unlimited, which I'm very surprised by. Up to 30 minutes per video, which I'm very surprised by. You don't need more than 1080p. The 4K video is very unnecessary because most people are on laptop screens or devices, not big screens. Fast video processing, extended video generation with Avatar 4. I'm not sure what that is yet. Everything and free is, okay, here's the kicker. It's a custom video avatar, custom interactive avatar. That's pretty exciting to see. Interactive, I'm curious about. 700 stock video avatars if you're not into wanting to record your own face. Voice cloning is the one I wanted to share over here. So typically people go to 11 labs. And you read into a mic and then send that for the AI to learn your cadence, the way you stop, the way you pause, how you say like all that kind of stuff. So basically, there we go, voice cloning. Or alternatively, you can put guys like David Attenborough or Eminem or whatever. Like all you need is an audio sample of someone's voice. So like an interview, a podcast, something to that effect, which there are many these days. So you download it, you put it into MP3 format, you upload it into a service like this, and it clones that voice, and you can then provide text to the service so that it says what it is that you want to say. All right, so can you just get your head around that? Obviously, our ears as humans are very well attuned, so we can kind of tell the difference between AI generated and original. But I already see a lot of social media, or not media, just services that are using this sort of thing and like making a Tony Robbins, like literally I've got this one, I've liked and subscribed to it because it's very good. A Tony Robbins page where it's just like stuff that Tony Robbins would say, but in his voice. He himself though hasn't said it. It's through this kind of technology that's happening. And again, like I'm listening to those videos because they're good. They're good messages. They're positive. They're uplifting. So this is how. And in the back end, just going back to it, you would normally get something like this. So pay a service like this to learn and do and all that kind of thing. And then on top of it, bring in other services as well. But what I'm seeing here, oh wow, sorry, this is all on the fly. I like to do things unscripted because it brings in more context, more value and such things. And just looking at the free option here for 11 Labs, you've got API access. And why that's significant is because something like an automated automation, workflow automation, you would go to Eleven Labs and then put in the API key over here, which I've just learned is free. Okay, so I'm not sure what they mean by access because you still pay per usage with APIs, but I don't know if it's under the free tier and you got 10,000 credits a month. I don't know, worth checking out. Then you can automate that in your process so that You can have video content going out on social media, going out to your company, training videos, onboarding videos for new hires, whatever the case may be. You can have the cadence of the voice of your person, like I said, David Attenborough, or your managers, or yourself as a business owner, automatically kind of pulled into this process where the workflow pulls in from the service of what this can do, and then plugs that into the step of the next thing. So say, just real quick, what we use this for. The voice goes in, you want it to say something, so you go over here, you go to agent, swing that in, and then from the agent, you say, all right, cool, this is what the training video about today is. Go on to the knowledge base, so then you'll go down to, let's say, whatever, I'm just going to keep it simple, function, and that function is called into the knowledge base. All right, so this is where all of your files get stacked. It looks at all of the files, and then from there it goes to video generation. So that where it goes to, this is where, or let me just type in, or maybe HeyGen's already here. No, okay, so just webhook or something to that effect, or API. So this API thing is what I'm talking about. It's like a bridge. See how there's bridge between these two things? An API is like a bridge between what it is you're working on and where that exists on the internet. So basically the API, like it says here, API access, the other one will plug into 11 Labs, but I'm sure there's API access to this as well. And this is how you can get the video generation step going in line with what you wanted to say, with the voice you wanted to say it with. And then we can go to our Google editor and add an imagery, because Nano Banana is absolutely fantastic. So whilst I'm talking, I suppose, is really fantastic at creating images. I'm not sure if they'll take me straight through. Get started, sign up, and okay, autosave is now enabled. Got it. So generate an image of someone winning a Bitcoin trade with high profits. So this is Nano Banana as an example. You can also adjust how accurate you want it and how creative you want it to be. So there's this dude. I don't know, maybe not a good start. No one sits like that, so a bit weird. But maybe also a good example. So he's pretty pumped. He made $1.5 million in profits, and then I'll say, let's see if this works. Remove the back of the office chair and show his full self. So this is just one example that came to mind, quite a boring example maybe. He's got pizza on the desk. Okay, there we go. So it's getting that good now that it actually listens to what you want. So that was I'm pretty impressed by that, to be quite honest. So things about this situation is that AI got it wrong a lot. When you asked it to do things with image, it got it wrong quite a lot. Over here, it actually not only got it right, but it got the context right. It got the ratios to the scene right. He got, I mean, his hand, his expression, his feet and everything, it's all right. Correct. And then it's just added information. Like this guy's been hitting the cans of whatever inside there. He's got his screens up, which is great. He's got the whole desk set up. So overall, like, this is really good. He's got Bitcoin flying from the ceiling, a mobile in his hand. His like body language is positive. Got a big smile on his face, etc. So, but the instruction to remove that chair out the way was really well implemented by still keeping the scene of what was going on prior to the edits. So that's what I'm saying. Like, this is where AI is right now. It's so workable for most people and accurate and available for businesses to be used. So I'm just going to use one last example whilst I'm here. Let's go add professional, and this is like a little tip that I want you guys to use. Add professional photographer hacks, lighting and effects, etc., to make this image more stylized and believable. Okay, let's try that out. That's a Gen Spark. Sorry guys, this is unscripted and I was trying to go Gen Spark AI. Yeah. All right, so now we got it took 12 seconds. So we've got this dude who is just super pumped. I don't really like the photo flare that the AI added, so I'm just going to ignore that one. Actually, I don't mind it. So what I can do here is have it downloaded, go into something like this. And then upload that image to video, upload image, downloads, I guess. I don't know where it is. So upload that dude's image into here and then create a video from it. So then now you've got an automated, animated AI video generated from something you've just created specific to your exact requirements that can plug into the process flow, and then it becomes like this short video of the explanatory topic that you want. So just add some like knowledge, for example, or draw upon the knowledge base of whatever it is that you're interested in. Then that's okay, trading. So now we can have, without having to be in front of the camera yourself, you can have the voice of the instruction put together by this solution with the AI fronted stuff, with background, different kind of B-roll, which is another word of saying additional information and images to give the video more tailored and specific context to what it is that you're talking about, and then also bring animation to that. I'm not going to do it now because I think you get the general idea. There's a lot of this technology that is available. Yeah, it's just one of them. Other options are Gemini VO3, Kling V2.1, Cadence Pro, which is ByteDance's. Cadence is insane, actually. Okay, I got to get going. I'm getting a little bit Cadence AI. I think it's by ByteDance. I hope. Yeah. So the dude we just created, we can uplift into here, and it builds a whole like imagined backend scenario to it, and you can obviously go through the whole process. So you can have full presentations, not only created, which is maybe not news to many people, but in 175 different languages and dialects. So traveling South and Central America, I learned that by going from, where do we start off? From, Brazil's Portugal, going into Peru. The way that they speak Spanish is different to Ecuador. The way that they have their Spanish, their slang, the hey brother, that kind of stuff is different to Panama. It's different to Colombia. It's different to Bolivia. Different to all the different like nearby countries, so the cadence of Spanish isn't exactly universal. It's like it's kind of specific to certain countries. That's why I think they've got you 175 plus languages, even though there's only 180-ish countries on the planet, because they've got the dialects, which is important. So you can, I think said differently is that 20 years ago, whilst I was getting my college degree, one of the kind of 6-month modules was about how to take your company international. And back then it was a challenge. You had to get into, there's just so like case studies of Coca-Cola and case studies of all these other different guys going into Japan versus, or McDonald's going into Japan versus what it's like to go to Canada. Like there was just all of this intense stuff of getting your business out there, like really expensive as well. Now it's like the barriers to entry are so minimal. It's insane. So 175 languages, you can have a global product, global service via this. Generate looks, I guess you can stylize it from formal to more casual. Look packs, whatever that is, watermark removal, brand kit. So that's for that's for $29 a month, and you can see how good the videos and the creation of imagery and the creation and manipulation and duplication of one's voice all is right now for $29 a month. Okay, so if you are familiar with the prices of the Western world, then $29 is basically a meal for one at a restaurant. So for that, a month, you can have all of that. But I think what I wanted to emphasize here with this $29 a month is that you don't even have to go to get the other services, because the voice cloning is already provided and the look packs and such are already included. So you can have like one service. So how this again ties in to the automated workflow is you can have your knowledge base pull into that one service, do all of the stuff. Say, I need you to talk about my product. This is the kind of way in which it should be set up. And then once that's done, have that pushed out to something like YouTube over here, all automated together. So whilst I was looking into this, because I haven't really climbed into the back end as much, I just wanted to share the stuff I was finding. And man, like really good what's on offer these days. And yeah, these guys have got like 700 different options, right? 500, 700, etc. Really generous. So if you're looking to promote yourself as a professional or your business, HeyGen.com is where you want to go. If you want to change the way that the video is sound, if maybe HeyGen hasn't got as powerful as a service as 11 Labs, you can go in here, replicate other people's voices, ask their permission first, of course, get your management in, get them to like read, I think it's like a 2 A4 pages worth of text. I could read a story, so it just learns the voice, and then you've got training videos already there. If you want imagery, go to aistudio.google.com and then create free images of whatever it is you want. Let's do a dog vomiting glitter at a rave party. And then get that done in under 10 seconds. We'll come back to it. Have that turned into a AI video over here, or if you don't like this one, which is pretty good, then you can go to this other one, Seed Dance, whatever, and have that all generated, all done, all posted out to social media. And the beauty of this thing is that, let's have a look at the dog before I jump off. Hey, look at him. Oh. I mean, look at the believability. You can almost feel the vibe in the room. I mean, you can just add more people, and you can change the lighting and make the floors mirrors if you want, whatever the case may be. But just look at the hair. Look at the ratio of the dog to itself. Look at the excitement and the emotion coming out of the people at that party. You can look at the kind of I want to say smoky, but the distant background giving up depth to the room. This is free. This is available to anyone. You just go to aistudio.google.com and start creating. And then again, if you want this into a video format, download it, go to one of the other options I made mention to, and then add life to it. It's really, really good. And different styles. Yes, well done, dude. But the most important part, of course, is plugging it into here so it automates into the rest of the process. And you don't have to talk about, you don't have to wake up, feel like you need to go for a beautiful shower, put your makeup on, do your stretching exercises, have a good cup of coffee, get into the zone, get your voice warmed up, talk about the topic, hope the technology doesn't bomb out on you, do some video editing, that kind of stuff. All of that kind of stuff, all of the thing can be automated, which means you got a self-promotional service happening for you at any time you want. So anyway, so yeah, that is the scope of what's happening from a marketing department, marketing section as well. I wanted to share that because of where things are and the self-promotional environment. But I think the point I want to drive home is that a fancy word of saying what we're talking about is iterations. So the epochs, the repetitions of that process can be duplicated or looped and repeated theoretically infinitely. So if you want to have one information video generate, the content can be generated either by AI or it can plug into your knowledge base yourself. If you want to have that generated once, that's up to you. But if you've got 10 topics, if you've got 50 topics, if you've got infinite topics, it can keep on going back and back and back and back and back and back. Taking in the instruction, taking in the knowledge base, sending it through to generation of the clip, having that clip curated or maybe sent through to your email for notification to say it's ready so you can confirm that it's in line with what you want, and then have it go off to X, YouTube, the social medias on a new topic, different style, over and 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 over again. So compare that to where things were last year or 3 years ago or 5 years ago and 10 years ago. Compare where we are now business-wise with where this was 5 years ago. Hiring models, hiring voice experts, radio advertising, or all that kind of stuff. Like, it's changed, dude. It's so different now. So this is just a video about me having a look at the options of all these services and how I can kind of start getting like an idea of how to begin putting them together, because to get out there, to remain seen, to remain relevant, to remain in the scope of other people's realities, you can have what would cost tens of thousands of dollars and months at a time, all done for you once it's set up for an absolute fraction of the cost. And the scalability of it, it's not one and done's, can be iterated or looped, repeated many days of the week, many times of the day, according to your style, your requirements, your creativity, with near endless amounts of, or a great offering of either AI avatars that are paid coaches or paid models or whatever the case would be to get the message across on your behalf, or alternatively yourself. Because I know what it's like and how exhausting it is to get in front of the camera, do a knowledge dump, try to keep up to date with what you want to share and that feedback. Like, it's really exhausting. And even sometimes, like, I've done many trading view videos, like sometimes where I would go through a 20-minute recording, just do an absolute incredible knowledge share, try and get it to update, to have it say, oh, error, we can't upload this, or you didn't go through the unnecessary path of getting this into YouTube correctly, so we didn't get it onto YouTube. Or this file had a private, like for example over here, there's no oscillator on my charts because every time I want to upload it, it says that because it's created by MTOPS, it's not public, and therefore it's not replicate, like you can't copy it directly. So I can't upload the video to public space, so it has to be private, which means that my 3,000 plus followers don't get to see that video I've just made because of an oscillator. So all of that headache, all of that nonsense is now kind of significantly reduced and replaced by this whole new way of doing things. So this is a video to support the other video I've already made about creating marketing agents, about training, about getting yourself out there, because I don't think LinkedIn is going to be the way that people hire. I think it's going to be like, who is this person? And you can get good on screen, or share your ideas and share your thoughts and share the wisdom down to other generations by automating it the way that you saw demonstrated earlier. And instead of going outside and employing marketing agencies, you just simply become your own marketing agency. So that's the age where we are right now. A lot of businesses are under threat, but a lot of creativity and power is now being put into the individual's hands. And like I've been saying, don't sleep on it, because it's good enough now. Maybe it wasn't last year or the year before, but it's good enough now to really get a polished video and message out on repeat as well, to boost yourself, your brand, and to remain relevant and front of mind in the business place. Whilst what I've been hearing, sales have been dwindling off, and that sort of thing. And before I jump off, I just want to say I'm building a AI automation for one of my MTOPS members. He's in Canada, and he is in the professional realm of the machinery business. So he's got ample amount of knowledge when it comes to working with the different machinery requirements in that sector of industry. So for something like, if he leans towards retirement or leaving the business, all of that information, all of the experience leaves with him. The new hires, the young guns, the next wave of professional in his field don't necessarily directly benefit from everything he's learned, which is a lot. And this is just an example of many kind of people going into retirement or leaving businesses, or getting retrenched or fired or replaced by AI workflows. But that's important. Is AI workflows, the automation part, that is the Grim Reaper. It's not AI itself. It's because AI itself is not good enough yet. It's about a sequence of AIs or workflow steps. So my member is like leaving the organization with all of this knowledge, which is just going to fizzle into memory, I suppose, instead of helping others. And he can then convert his experience to his very specific niche, to his day-to-day, the difficulties and everything that he's learned, into this automated environment where he can just simply put in, this is something I want, the knowledge base, right? I keep on going and going and going. So this knowledge base over here can be written up. The documents can be recorded into this environment and then called upon in the process, where it goes, right, cool. Let's go to knowledge. So it takes a message from the knowledge, then goes through, all right, convert this into audio, convert this into video, any other images if you need to. It doesn't have to be there. It can just be the audio and video explanation of that. And then submit that to YouTube. So like someone, like his name's Sean, someone like Sean can just offload his experience and then have that presented, giving the young guns, giving the new hires, giving the next wave of professionals that wouldn't normally have access to his knowledge being taught on video about it. Like, do you know how powerful that is? Just for good-natured people who want the betterment of others, but don't want to be bogged down with having to go through courses and how to create courses and how to market your courses. Like, this is a whole new era for that in itself. So yeah, those are my thoughts on these environments. I think it's great for individuals. I think it's super important to be considered in an ever-growing competitive environment of businesses. But even if neither of those apply, which they really should, and you're just interested, jump in, play around, fail forward, and start creating. Because as I made mention to in the previous video, other businesses are already on it, and I think if anyone's not doing this now, it's going to be a very, very difficult 1, 3, 5 years to come. So this is the now time to really to not sleep on it. Okay. All right, that's it. Ciao for now, and I'll maybe catch you in the next one.